only constant thing in this world, and it is currently happening all over.
It is autumn once more, a season to bear the fruits from hard work, and oh boy, what fruits we have for you today! A new gateway filled with technology and potential, the first of its kind that will head a new product line in the WisGate family. Next, we have an end device that brings the sensor game to another level with an entirely novel approach to data gathering. We even explored a brand new branch for our modular system, WisBlock. We have prepared lots of interesting things that my colleagues around the world will present today. RAKwireless is proud of our decentralized team. People are the greatest asset of any company, and our new products are defined, driven and deployed by great minds all over the world, some of whom you get to meet in a bit. The team's approach to new challenges enables innovative people to try out their ideas fast. This is a collaboration culture that ensures not only a comprehensive deployment process, but a better user experience for the customer as a result. We will show new concepts as well as updated old ones, all to bring IoT into your hands. Don't miss a thing, and hey, let's connect!
Get the best of both worlds. The flexibility of the Raspberry Pi ecosystem and the reliability of an industrial-grade solution. Introducing the WisGate Connect, a new hardware platform meant for multi-radio access network and industrial IoT applications. Now, while we share more information about the WisGate Connect, start asking yourself how this product can help you on your next project, because there are a lot of possibilities. The WisGate Connect is based on the Compute Module 4, the industrial solution by Raspberry Pi, with a quad-core processor, up to 8 GB of memory, and up to 32 GB of onboard eMMC. Aside from the CM4, the WisGate Connect includes a real-time clock, a 16-bit analog-to-digital converter, a temperature sensor, a fan driver, and 2 GPIO expanders. And a buzzer. Of course, it's also compatible with all Raspberry Pi heads out there. As mentioned, the WisGate Connect supports multiple connectivity options, both wired and wireless. And this is where extension slots come into play. The WisGate Connect has 3 mini PCIe slots, exposing SPI, USB and PCIe signals, making it compatible with a wide range of radio modules like LoRaWAN concentrators, 4G, ZigBee, Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi Halo modules. And at the bottom of the board there is an M.2 B-keying slot with USB and PCIe lanes. This makes it easier for you to connect 5G modules, PCIe to SATA adapters, or NVMe drives. If you are interested in industrial protocols, the WisGate Connect has 2 WisBlock I/O slots compatible with tens of different existing modules to cover protocols like Modbus, CAN bus, LIN bus, 420 mA, analog in and digital in and out. We have been working on providing a sample code to use these from Python or Node-RED, so you will have something to get you started. The WisGate Connect has a 1 gigabit and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet ports, 2 USB 3 and 1 USB 2 port for external devices, a USB Type-C to flash the CM4, full-size HDMI port and serial console access. You can power it with 10 to 28 volts power supply via standard barrel connector or a Phoenix connector, and supports active PoE with up to 60 watts. It also has a set of super caps for dying gas functionality, so it can send a notification in case of power failure or survive short power cuts. You can purchase the WisGate Connect as a bare PCB and include the modules and accessories you want. However, we are providing desktop enclosure in two different flavors. First, a nice looking sheet metal enclosure that exposes all the external connectors, lets you add up to 6 SMA antennas, and has an OLED screen for quick in-time info. Second, a superb aluminum enclosure with the same characteristics and premium quality materials. And finally, it is compatible with one of our most successful outdoor enclosures, so you can deploy it on the field. If you want to be part of the first users to get this awesome gateway, please visit our official store and grab yours. A special price awaits you. After sharing the WisGate Connect with you, let me now talk about the WisDM. WisDM is the remote management platform for our WisGate Edge gateways. We are continuously improving WisDM and WisGateOS to help you manage your fleet of LoRaWAN gateways. Today, I'd like to introduce you some of the new features of the latest version of WisDM. One of my favorite features of WisDM is that you get promptly notifications when there is something going wrong. Now, with the dying gasp functionality in gateways like the WisGate Edge Pro, you get more information to address this problem, since WisDM will retrieve this information from the gateway and will let you know if there is a connectivity issue or some sort of power outage. And speaking of power, if you're using the RAK Battery Plus with your gateway, you can enable notifications and reports on your solar battery activity. We have also improved the way you can upgrade your gateway's firmware. Now you can decide which gateways you want to upgrade and to what specific version of WisGateOS you want to upgrade them to. This enables a finer grain of gateway management to your fleet. And the small but really important feature is that you can now reboot your gateways remotely from the gateway page or from the location page. Another new feature of WisDM is displaying gateway performance statistics. This feature allows you to monitor data such as the intensity of transmission of messages, the signal quality of your network, and analyze the data load that your network has. If you need more information about your gateways, WisDM provides you with a system log to monitor all the activity remotely, in real time. You can access your gateways using SSH or use the recovery system log settings to view important device information or filter in different time periods. Last but not least, I want to introduce a useful feature that helps you save time. You can add the gateways at your organization location in advance without waiting for your physical product. It is possible because you will receive the gateway's information, including serial number and gateway EUI, when your purchase ships. You can visit our official documentation to know more about WisDM or go to wisdm.network to start using it. The links will be available on the description of the video or the comments below. Another good news that I have for you all is that WisGate Edge version 2 is up for grabs. You all know that RAKwireless is committed to provide IoT devices for all stages that a project requires. And one of the most important steps is sending data from the sensors to the cloud. And this is done by our line of gateways like the WisGate Edge. WisGate Edge is the RAKwireless product line that allows you to connect your IoT end nodes to the cloud using LoRaWAN. You can create your own network using LoRaWAN or send your data to a public network. To ensure high performance on our gateways all the time, we developed our own operating system, the WisGateOS. It is based on OpenWRT, which allows it to have the latest features and security updates. Currently, the latest version of WisGateOS is available for WisGate Edge version 2 gateways, specifically the WisGate Edge Pro for outdoor applications and the WisGate Edge Lite 2 for indoor applications. Learn more about these options by visiting the documentation center or check our official store. Now let me turn you over to Diego to talk about the Sensor Hub.
The problems you can solve with IoT solutions can be diverse, From air quality measurements, weather stations to food industry processes or water purification, for today we're going to explain one of the most popular use cases, and that is smart agriculture. Every day, farmers have to face different challenges in their work, such as pH deviation in the soil, organic matter deficit, excess salts that can cause saline sodic soils, and excess or deficiency of nutrients in the soil. Monitoring each of these variables is a complex and quite an arduous process due to the size of the fields and the terrain features, and that is why RAKwireless has thought of an industrial solution that allows you to monitor all of these variables at once and with ease. The Sensor Hub ecosystem is an all-in-one solution consisting of multiple sensor probes and a data gathering and processing unit. It has all the parts needed, from the sensor hub itself to an extension cable to deploy your IoT solution. You do not have to worry about configuring the sensors, as the device has an automatic identification, so you won't waste time trying to configure it from scratch. The Sensor Hub has a number of unique features that differentiates us from other solutions on the market. The processing unit in charge of communications and transforming the information from the sensors, and with the help of a gateway, delivering it to your favorite visualization platform. The Probe I/O offers a wide selection of sensor data interfaces like RS485 420 mA standard to work with pre-compiled third-party sensors in the market. Choose your preferred sensors and plug them using Probe I/O to build your sensor network quickly and easily. Sensor Hub is the only solution on the market that offers you to customize the types of variables you want to measure by the means of 2 WisBlock sensor slots. Select the appropriate sensor modules and plug the sensor probe into the Sensor Hub. Don't worry about our wired connections to set up your deployed equipment on the field, because you can connect and configure everything wirelessly via BLE and NFC using our app WisToolBox on your smartphone or PC. Place your solution anywhere. To power the Sensor Hub, we give you 3 options: battery powered, AC/DC power source, and solar panels. On the communication side, we got you covered for multi-regional LoRaWAN and optional LTE connectivity. The Sensor Hub is based on the IFTTT style rules, otherwise known as if this then that, with the ability to connect up to 4 probes with a theoretical limit of over 20 probes in chain, and each sensor probe can be extended by up to 50 meters. Compatibility with all accessories wherever you need to install your Sensor Hub solution, from something as simple as a pole on the roof of your building, the mounting bracket with flexible mounting positions and locking features. And don't forget that all this system is waterproof, as it is IP66 water resistant. Can you imagine how your company can solve your customers' needs using Sensor Hub? Or if you have an implementation in your business, this solution may be just what you need. You can be the first to deploy the Sensor Hub to your building solution. Visit our store now. What did you think of the Sensor Hub? This solution will not be complete without the help of WisToolBox, and here we're going to introduce to you the new features and benefits that this tool brings you. This tool was released during our spring launch with the goal of providing you with easy to use software to configure and manage your IoT end devices which use LoRaWAN. WisToolBox is constantly being improved, and this latest version includes new features such as adding the functionality in the mobile version to manage and configure the Sensor Hub using BLE and NFC. It now supports connecting some non-RUI-free rack devices and allows you to update the device to the latest RUI-free version and configure it using AT commands. You can send AT commands to your device, and now, in addition to the command library, WisToolBox also supports your custom AT commands. Other functional features are synchronization of individual templates and custom firmware using RAKid. Bind network commands in one click without waiting for a list of commands to be applied. And now you can also connect non-RAK IoT modules and use the console terminal to configure or verify their operation. We have finished a beta testing program with the Rackstars to improve this application according to your needs. We will communicate changes and improvements for all of these and other SW tools on our social networks. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Discord, and YouTube. Visit our official documentation page and subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss out on the latest details.
Now let's introduce you to the new member of the WisBlock family, WisBlock Audio. These new modules can be a great choice for developing applications that need audio monitoring, processing, and playback. The role of voice and audio within IoT has been growing. Day-to-day sounds are everywhere. Crying babies, running water, noisy cities, and security alarms are just some examples. There is a huge potential for IoT applications to transform these sounds into digital data. Currently, the most common applications are in the field of voice recognition and processing. These allow you to interact with many devices like your phone, smart appliances, and voice assistants. There are even some applications focused on security that can recognize your voice and tone. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many sounds everywhere. At home, you can hear the sound of pets, doorbells, alarms, or glass breaking if there's an intruder or an accident happens. If you leave your house, the streets are filled with traffic noises, ambulance sirens, car horns, and people talking or yelling. These sounds may be also in your office or workplace, and if you work in a factory or in a noisy place like an airport, it's even worse. It is proven that noise has an impact on people's health, from fatigue to cardiovascular diseases. In this case, it's important to detect the noise level in our environment and make improvements to these spaces to create a healthier and more comfortable space. Security is another issue to consider. It is possible to develop applications to improve security by detecting ringing noises like fire alarms, breaking glass, sound of dogs or pets, and even voices of unknown people. These applications can be extrapolated to our cities. They could identify harmful noise levels in some parts of cities in order to enforce laws that keep them at a healthy level and improve people's well-being. Another useful application could be detecting the sound of gunshots or ambulance sirens to quickly respond to events and incidents. A large number of business applications can be implemented in many industries. In factories, a device can detect unusual sounds in motors or machine equipment to perform preventive maintenance before they fail. In smart farming and agriculture, audio solutions could be used to detect the sound of animals or even to produce some noises to scare away anything that could damage the crops. The marketing industry could use the noise of people in a city or a shopping center to identify the most suitable place to place an advertisement or a physical store. Focus on research, another application is bioacoustics, to monitor wildlife through sounds that come from birds, bats, etc. All these applications can be connected by LoRaWAN networks thanks to the low bandwidth consumption. These are just some of the possible applications that you can implement with WisBlock Audio, but the opportunities are endless. Now, let's take a look at the WisBlock modules. Let's start with the ears of your WisBlock audio system, the microphones. RAK18030, 20 Hz to 20 kHz for voice processing and sound detection applications in any environment. RAK18031, 100 Hz to 10 kHz for sound detection. RAK18032, 20 Hz to 80 kHz for industrial monitoring and bioacoustic applications. RAK18041, omnidirectional analog microphone that works with the analog microphone to I2S module, RAK18040, which allows you to use your own specialized microphones. Finally, we have the RAK18033. This is a breakout module that allows you to connect up to 2 PDM microphone modules. How about giving your IoT applications a voice? Well, our WisBlock audio products also includes audio amplifiers, RAK18061 mono amplifier and RAK18060 stereo amplifier, and a variety of speakers to pair with the amplifiers and test your project. But this is not all. We wanted to bring you audio processing elements and invite you to enter the world of artificial intelligence with audio. Develop voice recognition using the RAK18080, a DSP module for the audio processing, or run voice processing directly on the WisCore using voice processing software from Cyberon or the Edge Impulse online platform to create your AI models. We also have complete sound kits with an interposer board to connect more than one module. The RAK18003 audio interposer module allows a full set of WisBlock audio modules, DSP, amplifier, and microphones to be stacked together using a single WisBlock I/O slot. The RAK18003 also provides an SD card slot for configuration or logging. You can acquire it with the following kits: WisBlock Microphone Interposer Kit, Remote Microphone Kit, WisBlock Speaker Amplifier SD Kit, Stereo Microphone Kit, Amplifier Microphone and SD Kit, WisBlock Voice Processing Kit, and WisBlock Voice Processing Speaker Kit. We know that audio can be complex because it requires an integration of hardware, software, cloud, and more details that are only accessible to large companies. With these new products, we want to empower our rockstars to enter the world of audio applications and discover that they are capable of more than just voice assistants. Visit our web store to check out these products and accessories. During this release, we have a special price to you. Be one of the first to get into IoT audio processing today. Now let's move on to sensors. For this autumn launch, we are launching a mix of sensors and industrial interfaces for this WisBlock ecosystem. As we see the demand of the market, we extend our air quality sensors with two new products that will help you build a complete indoor air quality device. Our interface line will be getting two popular communication modules to help you with your projects. Indoor air quality monitoring is getting more and more important. We all try to reduce air pollution, and in some areas the air quality is not as good as it should be. That gives us the reason to act on it and improve it. The RAK12037 is using the Sensorion SCD30 sensor that can measure the CO2 concentration in the air. The CO2 sensors are an important part of indoor air quality devices. The SCD30 features dual channel detection for superior stability and ±30 ppm plus 3% of accuracy. It is commonly used in HVAC equipment, air purifiers, and smart home applications. The RAK12039 is using the Plant Tower PSMA003i particle matter sensor. They can detect the concentration of particles in the air with sizes of 1, 2.5, and 10 micrometers. The PM sensors are an important part of indoor air quality devices. Due to the size of the PM sensor, it is separated from the I/O module and connected through a flex PCB cable, which makes it easier to place inside an enclosure. Earthquakes can be dangerous and are often unpredictable. Seismic stations all around the world are measuring seismic activities. Based on the Omron D7S sensor, we designed the RAK12027, a compact seismic sensor for the WisBlock sensor slots. While this product cannot exactly predict when an earthquake will occur, it is a good solution to send warnings and protect sensitive machinery in case an earthquake happens. Besides measuring the strength, it generates a warning signal if the SI level is higher than 5 that can be used to shut down machinery. It also detects if the sensor horizontal position changes, which points towards a collapse of the structure where the sensor was deployed. Using the SI value, which has a high correlation with the magnitude of an earthquake, provides us higher precision judgment of seismic intensity scales. This seismic sensor has a shut-off output terminal that activates during a collapse detection and SI threshold surpasses. The RAK13801 is a precise location tracker module based on UWB, and it uses the Decawave DW1000 module. UWB stands for Ultra Wideband, which is a short-range communication method using frequencies between 3.1 and 10.67 GHz. It can reach ranges up to 50 meters and can be used to get a location precision of 10 centimeters. You can use multiple RAK13801 modules as an asset location tracking system for containers, packages, or even automatic driving vehicles. If you deploy 4 modules as anchors on static locations in a warehouse, you will be able to track the exact location of packages in real time. For industrial and agriculture applications, we add two new communication interfaces. The first one is the RAK13006, a CAN bus interface using the MCP2518 FD CAN controller and the ATA6563 CAN transceiver, but from Microchip. This is used in cars, trucks, building automation, and has a secure data transmission as it uses differential signals. The RAK13006 supports high-speed CAN up to 1 megabit per second, and for an easier wiring, the positive and negative lines are available in two ports of the screw terminal connector. This makes it simple to daisy chain multiple CAN bus devices. The second one is using the popular SDI12 interface. The RAK13010 is an SDI12 serial digital interface with a speed of 1200 bauds, and it uses a 3-wire connection. The bus is bidirectional and supports a system of one master and multiple slave devices. On the 4-pin fast connector, you can find not only the SDI signals, but as well the option to supply the SDI12 sensors from an external power source. As promised, in our summer launch, we will extend our Unify Enclosure product line with a larger IP65 outdoor enclosure and more mounting accessories. To give you more flexibility when deploying your WisBlock solutions or other devices, we extended the Unify Outdoor Enclosure series with a larger version. With a size of 180 by 130 by 60 mm, it gives you plenty of space for your solution. You can even use it to put a LoRaWAN gateway inside. It comes with a blank mounting plate for WisBlock modules, power supplies, and anything you need for your project. Same as our other Unify enclosures, it shares the unique and simple mounting options for all kinds of accessories on the bottom. As there are different scenarios on deploying your devices, we are launching more mounting options for the Unify enclosures like belt clips, DIN rail kits, magnet fixtures, hooks, and in case you need to put a label on your device, a label holder. With all these mounting options, you can place your solution anywhere.
These days, everything is connected, and this trend is here to stay. Not only to stay, but to grow. That growth needs to be encouraged and nurtured, and here at RAKwireless, we do exactly that. By giving you a vast number of devices and the accompanying software to choose from, more and more projects will no longer just be ideas, but turn into real deployments. The new additions to our portfolio that we presented today are definitely not going to be the last. With each season, we strive to cover even more LoRaWAN use cases and expand the technology's capabilities. All with the user in mind. We continue making IoT easy for you and the world. Join us on this journey because together we can achieve more.